To our Shakespeare at the Bottlecap. This is a fundraiser for our Shakespeare in Schools program that Fringe has. Fringe started 5 years ago. It was an idea of Tammy Shanley. She worked with Judy Hadley. And for the last 5 years, Fringe has sent into Monroe County schools a very short program, short because they don't come and perform and all the students gather. But every period, the students gather and the program is performed again and again and again. So tonight you will see this year's program, which was Hamlet. It's a fundraiser for a free program, which means that I'm hoping to see a lot of these raffle tickets in your hands before we do the drawing, which is going to be after the show. We are going to expand this program next year so that it happens in the fall as well as the spring. And in a couple of weeks you can expect Fringe to make a very exciting announcement about another educational program that we'll be kicking off for next year. So we hope that if any of you are interested particularly in bringing the arts into the Monroe County School, that you'll give us a shout, that you'll get involved. Whether you get involved as a volunteer or you get involved with your dollars. Fringe is one of the few theater groups that is actively developing the audience of tomorrow by going into the school system. So very proud to be a part of that. So thank you so much for coming tonight, and I hope that you enjoy this program.
Good evening, everyone. We are the Fringe Theater's traveling troupe of Shakespeare actors. Tonight, we are going to present to you the tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Now, a couple of words about that. This is the version of Hamlet that we presented in the schools. We had to do it in less than 40 minutes because otherwise the bell would ring and the kids would have to go to their next class. When we did it last week at Key West High School, we did it 7 times in a row. We were tired by the end of the day. So we are thrilled to be able to bring it to you tonight. Our story begins at a banquet given by King Claudius and Queen Gertrude. At the banquet, you will meet Polonius, the father of Ophelia and Laertes, as well as several other courtiers and Prince Hamlet. The story begins now.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, and that it us be fitted to bear our hearts in grief, and our whole kingdom to be contracted in one brow of woe. Yet, so far hath discretion fought with nature, while we in wisest sorrow think on him together with ourselves. Therefore, our sometime sister, now our queen, the imperial jointress to this warlike state, have we taken to wife. To all our thanks. And now, Laertes, what news hast you? You told us of some suit. What is it, Laertes?
Your leave in favour to return to France.
Have your father's leave? What say, Polonius?
I do beseech you, give him leave to go.
Take thy fine hour, Laertes, and spend thy good graces as I will. And now, Hamlet, our cousin and our son.
A little more than kin and less than kind.
How is it the clouds hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted colour off, and let thine eye look like a friend on Denmark. Do not forever with thy veiled lid seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou know'st 'tis common. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity.
Aye, madam. 'Tis common.
If it be, why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam? Nay, it is. I know not seems. But I have within which passes show. These, but the trappings of the suits of woe.
'Tis most commendable, Hamlet, in your nature, to give these mourning duties to your father. But you must know that your father lost a father, and that father lost his. But to persevere in such obstinate condolement is a course of impious stubbornness. 'Tis unmanly grief. For you are the most immediate to our throne, and with no less nobility of love than a dear father bears his son, do I impart to you. For your intent to return to your studies in Wittenberg is most retrograde to our desires, and we beseech, bend you to stay in the cheer and comfort of our eye, our chiefest courtier, cousin, and our son.
Hamlet, I pray thee, stay with us, go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
Very well. Come, away.
Oh, that this too sullied flesh would melt, thaw, and resolve itself into a dew. Or the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. God, but 2 months dead, nay, not so much, not 2. So excellent a king was to this Hyperion to a satyr, so loving to my mother. Yet within a month, let me not think on it. Frailty, thy name is woman.
Hail to your lordship.
I'm glad to see you well. Horatio, or do I forget myself?
The same, my lord, and your poor servant ever.
But what in faith make you from Wittenberg?
My lord, I came to see your father's funeral.
Do not mock me, fellow student. I think it was to see my mother's wedding.
Indeed, it followed hard upon.
Thrift, Horatio. The funeral-baked meats did coldly furnish forth the marriage table. Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven, or ere I'd seen that day, Horatio. My father. Methinks I see my father in my mind's eye.
I saw him once. He was a goodly king.
He was a man. Take him for all in all. I shall not look upon his like again.
My lord, I think I saw him yesternight.
Who?
The king, your father.
The king, my father. For God's love, let me hear.
For 2 nights have Bernardo and I, on our watch, seen a ghost look like your father.
Where?
My lord, upon the platform of the watch.
Did you not speak to it?
My lord, I did, but answer made it none. Though methinks it did once lift its head and address itself to motion, like as if it would speak. But even then the morning cock crew loud, and at the sound it shrank away in haste and vanished from our sight.
'Tis strange indeed, sirs, but this troubles me. Hold you the watch tonight?
We do, my lord.
I will watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I shall speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace. So fare you well. Upon the platform, 'twixt 11 and 12, I will visit you.
Our duty to your honor.
Your love's is mine to you. Farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play. Would the night were come. Till then, sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes. The air bites shrewdly. 'Tis very cold.
It is a nipping and an eager air.
What hour now?
I think it lacks of 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed, I heard it not. It then draws near the season wherein the spirit held its wont to walk. Look, my lord, it comes.
Be thy intents wicked or charitable, that comes in such a questionable shape, that I would speak to thee. I would call thee Hamlet, King, Father, Royal Dane. Oh, answer me!
Look, my lord, how I beckoned you go away with it, as if some impartment it did desire to you alone.
Look with what courteous action it waves you to a more removed ground. But do not go with it.
No, by no means.
It will not speak, then I will follow it.
Do not, my lord.
It waves me again. I will follow it.
What if it should tempt you to a flood, or the dreadful summit of a cliff?
It waves me still. Go on. I'll follow thee.
You shall not go, my lord!
Hold off your hands!
Be ruled, my lord, you shall not go.
It calls me again. Still I am cold. Unhand me, gentlemen. Away! Go on. I'll follow thee.
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Let's follow him.
Whither wilt thou lead me? Speak! I'll go no further.
Mark me.
I will.
My hour is almost come, when I to sulphurous and tormenting flames must render up myself.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing to what I shall unfold.
Speak. I am bound to hear.
So art thou to revenge when thou shalt hear.
What?
I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain term to walk the night, and for the day confined to fast in fires, until the foul crimes done in my days of nature are burnt and purged away. If thou didst ever thy dear father love,
Oh God.
revenge his foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder?
Murder most foul. Now, Hamlet, here, 'tis given out that sleeping in my orchard a serpent stung me. So the whole ear of Denmark is by a forged process of my death rankly abused. But know, thou noble youth, the serpent that did sting thy father's life now wears his crown.
My prophetic soul! Mine uncle!
I, that incestuous and adulterate beast, stole the will of my most seeming virtuous queen. Oh, Hamlet, what a falling off was there. Sleeping within my orchard, my custom always of the afternoon, upon my secure hour, thy uncle stole with juice of cursed poison in a vial, and in the porches of my ear did pour the distilment, and thus was I sleeping by a brother's hand, of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched, cut off, even in the blossoms of my sin, no reckoning made, but sent to my account with all my imperfections on my head. Oh, horrible! If thou hast nature in thee, bear it not. Adieu, 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 remember me.
Remember thee? Remember thee? Yes, by heaven. Villain, villain, smiling, damn it, villain! So, uncle, there you are. Now to my word. It is adieu! Adieu, remember me! I have sworn it!
Hamlet is very confused now. He doesn't know if the ghost told him the truth. He wants to know what happened to his father, and he is really at a loss for what to do next. He has other things on his mind as well. As a young man, he has been in love with Ophelia for some time, but her father, Polonius, told her to stay away from Hamlet because he is royalty. While Hamlet still wants to find out what's going on with his father, he decides the best thing for him to do is break up with Ophelia. So he meets up with her. He behaves very rudely. He tells her, "Get thee to a nunnery." Now, he's even more confused and depressed.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come? When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The proud man's contumely, the oppressor's wrong, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes. When he himself might his quietus make with the bare bodkin, who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but for the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all.
Being very resourceful, Hamlet comes up with a plan. He still wants to find out what the truth is. As it happens, a troupe of traveling actors has arrived at the castle to present a play for the court. Hamlet talks to the actors and asks them to change their script just a little bit and to use a script that he has written. In Hamlet's script, the players will act out a murder just the way the ghost described it to him. He wants to catch the conscience of the king. He asks his friend Horatio to help him watch the king very carefully as the play goes on. We now join the court as they're watching the performance.
I like you this play.
What do you call the play?
The Mousetrap. 'Tis a knavish piece of work, but what of that? Your Majesty and we who have free souls, it troubles us not. See how he poisons him in his garden for his estate? His name is Gonzago. You will see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife.
The king rises.
What? Frighted by false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give or the play.
Oh, give me some knife!
Away, away!
Lights, lights, lights.
Oh, Horatio. I'll take the ghost's word for £1,000. Did perceive.
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poisoning.
I did well note down.
My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently.
Then I will come to my mother by and by.
I will say so.
By and by is easily said. Leave me, friends. 'Tis now the very witching hour of night, when churchyards yawn and hell itself breeds contagion on this world. Now could I drink hot blood and do such bitter business that would make the day quake to look on. Soft. Now to my mother. Heart, lose not thy nature. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, and use none.
My lord, he's going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. Very well, my liege. I will call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks, dear my lord. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal evil cursed upon it, a brother's murder. Oh, pray can I not? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. Oh. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself with a brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? My fault is past. What form of prayer will serve my turn? Oh, forgive me my foul murder? That cannot be, for I am still possessed of the effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and still retain the offense?
Now I shall do it, Pat. Now while he is a-praying. And so I am revenged. And so he goes to heaven that would be scanned. A villain kills my father, and I, his sole son, do send that same villain to heaven. Why, this is not revenge. Up, sword, and know thou a more horrid hent. When he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, then trip him, that his heels may kick at heaven, and his soul may be as damned and black as hell to where it goes.
My words fly up, my thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.
He will come straight.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
Withdraw. I hear him coming.
Now, mother, what's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you, my father, have much offended.
Come, you answer with an idle tongue.
Go, you question with wicked tongue.
Have you forgot me?
You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so, you are my mother. Come, sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you a glass, where you may see the inmost part of you.
Oh, what wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help! Ho!
What ho? Help!
How now, a rat? Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Ah! I'm slain!
Oh, me, what have you done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
Oh, what a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed. Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother.
As kill a king?
Aye, lady, it was my word. Thou wretched, rash, intruding fool, farewell. I took thee for thy better. Leave wringing of thy hands. Peace, sit you down, and let me wring your heart.
What hast I done that thou darest wag thy tongue and noise so rude against me?
Such an act that blurs the grace and blush of modesty.
Ay me, what act that roars so loud and thunders in the index?
Look you here, upon these pictures, and on this, the counterfeit presentment of two brothers. See what grace was seated on this brow, This was your husband. Look you now what follows. Here is your husband, like a mildewed ear blasting his wholesome brother. Have you eyes? Oh, shame. Where is thy blush?
Oh, speak no more, Hamlet. Thy words turn my eyes into my very soul.
Nay, but to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed.
Speak to me no more. Thy words like daggers enter my ears. No more, sweet Hamlet.
A murderer and a villain that from a shelf the precious diadem stole and put into his pocket.
No more.
A king of shreds and patches. Save me and hover over me with your wings, you heavenly god. What would you, gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Do you not come, your tardy son to chide?
Do not forget. This visitation is but to whet thy almost blunted purpose. Look, amazement on thy mother sits. Oh, step between her and her fighting soul. Conceit in weakest bodies, strongest works. Speak to her, Hamlet.
How is it with you, lady?
Alas, how is it with you? And that you do bend your eye on vacancy, and with the air do hold discourse. O gentle son, whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Look you now how pale he glares. His form and cause conjoined, reaching to stones would make them capable.
To whom do you speak
Do you
this?
see nothing there?
Nothing at all, yet all that is I see.
Nor did you nothing hear?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Look! Look how it steals away my father and his habit as he lived. Look even now out of the portal.
This is the very coinage of thy brain.
This is not madness that I've uttered. Confess yourself to heaven. Repent what's past.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worst part of it and live the purer with the other half. Good night. But go not to my uncle's bed. Assume a virtue if you have it not. For this same lord I do repent. I must be cruel only to be kind. Thus, bad begins and worse remains behind. I'll lug the guts into the neighbor room. Good night, mother, indeed. This counselor is most still, most secret, and most grave, who was in life a foolish, prating knave.
There's matter in these sighs. Where is your son?
Ah, mine own lord, what have I seen tonight?
What, Gertrude? How dost Hamlet?
Mad as the sea and the wind when both contend which is the mightier. In his lawless fit, behind the arras hearing something stir, whips out his rapier, cries, "A rat, a rat!" and in this brainish apprehension kills the unseen good old man.
Oh, heavy deed. It had so been with us had we been there. Oh, Hamlet's liberty is a threat to all, to you, yourself, to everyone. No, how shall this bloody deed be answered? It will be laid to us. Where is Polonius?
At supper.
At supper where?
Not where he eats, but where he is eaten.
Oh, alas, alas.
A man may fish of a worm that hath fed of a king, and feed of the fish that had fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing. But to show you how a king may go a progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven, sent thither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if indeed you find him not within a month, you will nose him as you go up the stairs into the lobby. He shall wait till you come.
Hamlet, This deed for thy special safety we dearly grieve, and must send you hence. Therefore, prepare thyself. The bark is ready, the wind is at help, and everything is bent for England.
For England?
Aye, Hamlet.
Good. Very well.
So it is, if thou knewest our purposes. And England, if by love thou holds at aught, thou mayest not coldly set our sovereign process, which imports in full, by letters congruing to that effect, the present death of Hamlet. Do it, England.
Returns from school in France to seek revenge for the death of his father. The king has sent Hamlet to England, but the ship he was on was attacked by pirates, and Hamlet escaped with his life and made his way back to Denmark. The king now realizes that he can use Laertes to help him finally get rid of Hamlet. The story unfolds now.
Where is the king? Vile king, give me my father!
Calmly, good Laertes,
What is thy cause, Laertes?
Where is my father?
Dead.
but not by him.
How came he dead? I will be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Let me commune with your grief, Laertes. Put me in thy heart as friend, for he who you heard that he who had your noble father slain pursued my life.
It well appears. But tell me why you proceeded not against these feats so criminal and so capital in nature.
Oh, for two special reasons. The queen, his mother, lives almost by his looks, and for myself, she is so conjunctive to my life and soul. And the other motive, to which a public count I might not go, is the great love that the gentle gender bear him.
And so I have a noble father lost.
Tell me, Laertes, was your father dear to you? Or are you like a painting of a sorrow, a face without a heart?
I ask you this.
It's not that I think you did not love your father, but to the quick of the ulcer, Hamlet returns. What would you undertake to show yourself indeed your father's son, more than in words?
To cut his throat! For this purpose, I will anoint my sword. I bought an unction of a mountebank, so mortal, that but dip a knife in it, that if I gall him slightly, it may be death.
Let's think further on it. If this should fail, this project should better have a back or second. I have it. If in your action you are hot and dry, and he calls for drink, I will have a chalice prepared for him for the nonce, whereupon sipping. If perchance he escape your venom stick, our purpose may hold there.
My lord, here is newly come to court Laertes. Believe me, an absolute gentleman.
What imports the nomination of this gentleman?
His weapon. In his meat he is unfellowed.
What is his weapon?
Rapier and dagger. The king, sir, has wagered with him that within a dozen passes between yourself and he shall not exceed you 3 hits.
Let the foils be brought. The gentleman willing, and the king hold his purpose, I will win for him, and I can. If not, I will gain nothing but my shame and the few odd hits.
Hamlet, take this hand from me.
Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong, but pardon it as you are a gentleman.
I am satisfied in nature.
Give them the foils. Hamlet, you know the wager?
Very well, my lord.
Give me a scoop of wine. If Hamlet give the first hit, or give the second, or quit in exchange of the third, the king shall drink to Hamlet's better breath. The king drinks to Hamlet. Come, begin.
on, sir.
What? No! Judgment!
A hit, a very palpable hit.
Well, again!
Stay. Give me the wine. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Drink to your health. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come. A hit! What say you?
A touch! A touch, I confess it.
Our son shall win.
The queen carouses to thy fortune, Hamlet.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. I pray you pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. We are too late.
I dare not drink, madam, by and
My
by.
lord, I will hit him now.
Come for the third, Laertes. You do but dally.
Say you so? How about you now?
Look to the queen there, ho!
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord? How is it, Laertes?
Justly killed with my own treachery.
How fares the queen?
She swallows to see them bleed.
No, no. The drink, the drink. Oh, dear Hamlet. The drink, the drink. I'm poisoned.
Treachery! Villainy! Ho! Lock up the doors! Treachery! Seek it out!
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. No medicine in the world can do thee good. The poisonous instrument is in thy hand. Unbathed and envenomed, the foul practice hath done me in. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother's poisoned. The king is to blame.
The point envenomed, then venom to thy work!
Treason! Treason! I am hurt!
Here, thou murderous, incestuous, damned Dane! Drink of this potion. Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is a poison tempered by himself. Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Let mine, nor my father's death, come upon thee. Nor thine nor mine.
Heaven make you free of it. I follow thee. But let it be. Oh, I'm dead, Horatio. Thou livest. Tell my story. Oh, this potent poison quite o'ercrows my spirit.
And now cracks a noble heart. Good night, sweet prince, and let flights of angels sing thee to thy rest.